Welcome, my friends. I make videos for my channel Learn to Earn More. The videos are aimed at helping the young job aspirants to gain knowledge, especially in smaller towns, and get the jobs which are being generated in the smaller towns. In the smaller towns, a lot of sales jobs are being generated. So at the moment, I'm concentrating on sales jobs only. Sales, as we had said, is a very structured process. It's not a process which is just ad hoc. It's a very scientific process. And you have to make sure that you follow the process which are laid out by the research people. There are 7 important stages in personal selling process. The first stage is prospecting. Prospecting and qualifying. This in simpler word means lead generations. Lead generation is a process by which you understand your product. After understanding your product, you try to find the market for that product, where all that product can be sold. That is the first step. Then next time you have to see who all will buy your product. First you selected the markets, then you have selected the customer. Now how will you do that? Now you do that either by going through newspapers, going through website, through search engines, establishing a booth at the trade show, establishing the names, getting the existing names of customers through the trade channels, or cultivating referral sources like database, etc. So getting the name of the prospective customers from the organization is a very, very important task. It's extremely important. For that, you may even use telephone, you may use other ways to get to the customer. After you have found the customer, you should be able to collect some information about the customer. What is the buying behavior of the customer? Are you going to sell to a customer? Are you going to sell to a corporate? If you are going to sell to the corporate, who is the person you're supposed to meet? Who's the decision-making authorities, and who take the purchase decision? After knowing all that particular about a company, the best way is to do through websites. You should set call objectives. Call objectives mean whom all will you call, how frequency will you call. Would you be calling through a personal telephone, or you will be calling through a phone call or a letter? The most important line is that you must pay need to the customer's knowledge, customers' needs. Third comes is approach. Approach is when you have to take an appointment from a customer. That you should do after fully understanding the prospects. You approach the customer. Again, keeping in mind with all the preparations, all the documents which you have to show your presentations, and make a call on him. You should be properly dressed when you go to him. You should be able to judge the temperament of the buyer. What type of buyer is he? He likes cajoling. He likes frank talks. So that is very essential. You must approach him very positively, in a polite manner, and pay attention to his, again, buyer's need. Next comes is presentation and demonstration. You should be able to demonstration your product. For demonstrating your product, there is a formula called AID. Gain attention, A, hold interest, arouse desire, and obtain action of the buyer. Moreover, also this has to be done through an approach which is called FABV. FABV stands for features, advantages, benefits, and values that you should be able to describe the company. And you have to prove to customer, you have to convince him that he will be at an advantage by using the features and of your product and the advantages the product provides for their solution of the problem. After that, you should be also able to convince that it is value for money. Once this is concluded, next comes is a overcoming session. When you press for an order from the customer, he is likely to have clarifications. He is likely to have some kind of a resistance, which could be psychological or logical. So there can be unpleasant situation also, but you should know how to control it. So invite queries, invite objections, invite clarification so that he can have a clearer mind, he can take a clearer picture. After you've been able to clarify his doubts, you should ask for clinking a sale. Means at this stage, you have to start asking customer directly, indirectly, what will be his decisions. You can close the sale by studying the customer and also at the same time ask him for other specific details like color, size, or the top of other product he which is liking. If customer still remains undecided, you may also ask him to make alternate choices. Alternate choices can be less quantity, more quantity, additional features that depends upon the product which you are trying to sell. Next comes is a follow-up. The sales does not finish there. Whatever you have committed, you have to get that executed. If you have to arrange the deliveries, you must promise the deliveries. If you have to get the payment terms, you must give out the payment terms, insurance, freight, where thing can cost this thing. And all these details must be given to the customer. You have to ensure that what you promise, you deliver to the customer because you are doing that on a behalf of the organization. If you do not do that, there will be no repeat purchase. So for repeat purchase, you have to do this. Listen to my videos again and you'll be able to get a fair idea how to go about making a sales call. If you still want further details, you can log on to my website www.trainforfuture and log on for a free Zoom session.